that's too loud. Too loud. Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the podcast where we talk about movies, and we don't care about spoiling them because it's the Spoilercast. And with me is my sister and trusty co-host Rebecca. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I just needed to see it. We can actually hear your voice. But that's fine. We can hear you.
Discord, my mic is picking it up, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I need to see it here. Anyway, let me turn on the music. So, this is gonna be a little bit different from yesterday. I just told you, I had a little bit of a, like I said, it wasn't really a viral moment, but it was kind of cool. I had 3,000 viewers on my live stream last night. They weren't there for me. They were there because I was gonna live stream the Dune trailer. So I can't really, like take
Claim all the fame.
No, I can't really claim the fame there, but it was really cool. So even leading up to the trailer, because the stream started like 30 minutes before the trailer was supposed to drop, and then it turned out that the trailer was actually part of this whole stupid like behind the scenes thing where they were just like interviewing the cast and all that. So it was an extra like 15 minutes before the trailer actually started, but people hung around instead of actually checking out. It was fun. And even after the stream got shut down twice, because you can't stream Warner Brothers stuff, they don't like that, people still hung around. There were thousands of people in the chat. It was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah, thank you. There's not really anyone here right now, but thank you to everyone watching last night. But unfortunately, because we were playing the trailer like as it was releasing worldwide, the stream got shut down twice because of copyright material, and I can't actually show the archived version of the stream. It got blocked in the entire world, which is kind of sucks because it had like 16,000 views, which is not a lot, but for me, whoo, that's big. I got 75 new subscribers, and I'm just really happy that happened. So if anyone's watching this either live or in the archives, thank you so much if you're a new subscriber. I hope you enjoy the channel. But let's not dwell on that, because the stream, I can't show the stream anymore, and not that it really matters because it was a live thing, but still it would be nice to actually have it on the channel. But anyway, that's not today. Today is another day, and we're doing a different stream. It's the Spoilercast, our very sporadic podcast. What?
You gotta have material before you can do a spoiler cast.
That's true. And like we said, we're gonna talk about a movie. In this case, a new movie. We usually do new movies. And you actually chose this one. It's The Rental. Came out earlier this year and just came out like last month in Sweden.
Late July in America as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar release dates. All over.
Yeah, I think we got it last, like in August or something. Anyway.
Yeah, late August or something.
So just quickly, this was your choice. You usually don't pick the movies. What made you pick this one?
Honestly?
Yeah.
James Franco.
Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw that. Dave Franco, first of all, directing. I think this is his first, his directorial debut. And it's like a thriller/horror movie. I was like, what? I know he's been in some more dramatic stuff, but he hasn't been in any straight up horror stuff, I think. Maybe that Nerve movie he made a few years ago with what's her name?
That's not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie. Okay.
Action.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
He's directed one short video as well in 2013.
Oh, sure. It's probably
But this
for
is first
proper feature film. Yeah, exactly. So
but I think he's writing it as well, and he's producing it as well partly.
He wrote it with Joe Swanberg, and he came up with the script together with Joe Swanberg, who also made a very, very strange movie this year. We talked a little bit about that last week, I think, when we discussed about doing this. Joe Swanberg made the movie Horse Girl, which has a
Right.
lot of the same, well, not a lot, but some of the same actors in that movie. It's also a very strange, like almost like horror movie from a guy that has mainly done like comedy stuff, Joe Swanberg. So that made me like interested in it, other than Dave Franco, because I was a huge fan of Horse Girl. It's one of the favorite movies I've seen this year. Um, so I thought that was interesting. Like all these like comedy people doing like thrillers and horror stuff. I mean, that's happened before, but it's kind of fun to see this new generation of comedy people doing it. I don't know.
You know, I was in the mood for something scary because we're getting into spooky season, so
That's true. That's true. It's
it's felt fitting.
well, yeah. I guess it kind of is fitting. I was thinking, should we maybe play the trailer, just in case someone hasn't seen it, because
Sure.
it's a very well, it is a small movie. It's an indie movie, basically. It's produced like by the people who are in the movie. So,
I think the company that was labeled as like Black Bear Productions or
yeah,
something. I've never heard of them, to be
no,
honest.
yeah. I think it was released by IFC, so that's at least they have. Let's see if I can do this so you can see it as well. Put it in the chat.
In the chat. I mean, I've seen it though.
Well, yeah, but just it's easier for me to show it that way. Also. So let's pull up the trailer. There we go. Oh, we're a little in the way. Zip, like that. So let's watch the trailer for The Rental. 3, 2, 1, play. That's one of those trailers. Come on. There we go. There we go. 1080.
Let me show you out back, and then I'll.
So him, Taylor, the guy who rents the place to them, he's in Horse Girl, plays one of the horse trainers. Of course, Alison Brie, the wife of Dan Stevens, she's the horse girl in Horse Girl. So that's what intrigued me.
Charlie! Tell me that's not a camera.
Ooh, that's enough. From director Dave Franco comes a fucking weird thriller. Yeah. But that's the movie. It's kind of, I don't know if that's like a subgenre of movies about like peeping toms. I know there are some movies. I know there's a movie from like the 90s, one of those 90s erotic thrillers called Sliver, I think, about a guy who's the superintendent for some nice big apartment building, and he has cameras in all the apartments, and of course he falls in love with the new tenant, but he's been watching her the whole time. It's a pretty bad movie, but
There are a bunch of horror movies where there's the killer is watching them through cameras. I mean,
yeah,
like Saw, basically, they do it too, right?
yeah, but it's not in well, it's technically in people's houses sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this movie about a babysitter. Well, that narrows it down. I want to say it's not the. I want to say it's the One Missed Call American remake, but it's not. It's whatever. It's one of those movies, at least. And I was, yeah, I'll just start up. I kind of liked it. I was pleasantly surprised for the first hour, and then it took a turn.
Yes. I think until you saw the bad guy, basically. You kind of ruined it. You didn't need to have a bad guy. Like a visual bad guy.
No.
He could have just been that mysterious person, not really in the movie, but he was doing something.
yeah,
And if, like, instead of, well, it's a spoiler cast. Instead of the resolve of them fighting the bad guy, it could have just been them trying to deal with what just happened.
yeah, but that was kind of also what I was thinking. Like when they actually kill the guy, or well, they don't do it, but yeah, let's say they kill the guy. I don't really know where the story could have gone after that. I think they had a nice premise for, like, oh my god, they confront this pervert guy and then they accidentally kill him, so now they have to get rid of the body. But I feel like they didn't really have an ending in plan. So like, let's write in that some guy wants to kill them.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And you just sort of placed him there.
It felt a little tacked on.
Maybe instead, like, Charlie would have gone crazy about not wanting his wife to know about him and Mina, and then maybe ending up killing Mina, so
Yeah.
she couldn't. Something like that. Would
Yeah, I was thinking.
more natural.
Yeah, something similar like that. Because they right from the beginning. Oh, well, from the beginning, from when he dies, Alison Brie's character, whatever her name is, I don't remember anyone's name.
Michelle, I think.
All right. I remember Mina because they say Mina all the time, and Reggie is the dog, but I don't know anyone else's name.
Charlie's the husband, Michelle's the wife, and then Josh is the brother of
Josh.
Charlie.
Oh, okay.
And
Right.
that's Josh's girlfriend and Charlie's working partner.
Yeah.
Just not good combination in general.
Yeah. Yeah, they
That's dynamic being weird. I mean, it made it kind of obvious that something like that would happen, that they would hook up, Charlie and Mina. I mean,
yeah.
it was too obvious, sort of.
But I think they could have done something with that, if when they decide to get rid of the body, Michelle doesn't want it. She doesn't want anything to do with it, and then Josh just snaps, and maybe not kills her right away, but at first, they take her phone away. They stop her from leaving the house, which she tries to, and eventually, like, they kill her as well.
Yeah.
And they're like, they just keep digging that hole deeper and deeper, something like that. But instead, a guy in a weird mask, a weird old man mask, shows up and just kills them.
Straight away when I saw it, I was like, that's a mask.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't notice it in the trailer. What?
I was thinking, like, either the budget, they just didn't know what to do with him, so they just bought a simple mask and he's supposed to look like an old dude, or the killer's wearing a mask. But at first I was like, did they not spend money on makeup for that dude?
Yeah, and I wonder if it's a reference to something, because there's a movie. First of all, there's a movie, I haven't seen it, a movie called Old Man, which is like a direct video, not even a real movie. It's like a
Straight to DVD.
Yeah, like straight to video, filmed by some people, and they managed to get it distributed.
What's it called? Old?
It's just called Old Man. I've never seen it. I've just seen clips of it, and they have that exact mask for the killer. But then it also reminded me of a movie called Trash Humpers, which I have seen. So it's a weird movie to explain. Oh, we have some people in the chat. DVDs, nuts, and popcorn. What up, boys? Big horror fan, just started a food and movie related channel. Food and movie. All right. Have you?
Okay, combo.
That's a cool combo. Have you seen The Rental? Otherwise, spoilers.
Well, we've been talking mostly about how we would change it, though. So I mean, we haven't spoiled that much.
That's true.
We spoiled one thing, two maybe.
Oh well, we spoiled. Oh, boys and girls. Yeah, right. But I was going to show you, because I didn't find a picture of the killer from Old Man, but I did find this from Trash Humpers. Now this makeup is better, but it's kind of reminiscent. If you see there in the chat. Your voice keeps clipping.
Sorry. That's the mask.
Yeah, that's kind of the mask. Oh, I gotta show it in the stream as well. Let's see if we can just do this. Yep, there we go. That's from Trash Humpers. It's a weird Harmony Korine movie. I can't even explain what it's about, to be honest. But yeah, so it was a weird mask. It could have just been like I don't know, like a
ski mask.
yeah, like a ski mask, or just what's it called?
What's it in Swedish?
That ladies have strumpbyxor. What's it called?
Stockings?
Stockings, yeah, like stockings.
Like
That-
the old school robbers would have.
Yeah, that could have been kind of cool. I mean, the mask was cool. It's kind of unnerving because it's a human face, but it's not really a human face because it's a mask.
No.
Oh wait, it actually reminded me of another movie now. Have you seen Drive? The
With
Ryan Gosling movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he wears
Long time ago though.
yeah when he does his car stunts, he wears like a mask to cover up that it's him. And
Right.
let's see if I can find it. That's. I wonder if it's that mask. Let's see if I can find a
I mean,
picture.
I
of that.
think you can buy that kind of mask in like costume shops.
Yeah,
Like in Stockholm, we have Buttricks.
yeah.
I bet you can
Buttricks.
buy it there. Yeah, it doesn't make sense in English.
Anyway,
Doesn't.
yeah. So in a way, the mask is very unnerving.
True, but it also looks so extremely fake while looking sort of realistic that I was just afraid that they've gone very cheap on the makeup.
Yeah, but I don't think that was like the.
But when they pulled out the knife from his face, I was like, okay, yeah, it's fake. It's not supposed to be like his face.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked it. It was a good movie. It's a good length of a movie. It's just an hour 30, barely,
Yeah, it's an hour 28.
with credits.
Yeah,
So-
with credits. And that I liked that, but since I was keeping I was keeping track of the runtime because I was watching it literally before this movie started, or before this podcast started, because I was working. I did notice, like, it's been an hour and we haven't really gotten anywhere except for the murder. Like, when are they gonna introduce the killer? And then there he is, and there's no resolution. He just kills them, and then he goes and.
But did you see the credits? Did you watch them? 'Cause-
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Shows that
That-
he
that-
does the same thing in other houses.
True, but somehow that was more explanation than we got throughout the rest of the movie.
Oh yeah, it shows that that's what he does. He watches
Yeah.
people, and then when he gets that feeling, he kills them. DVD's Nuts and Popcorn just asked, "Where are you both from?" We're from Sweden.
Stockholm.
Stockholm. Well, yeah, outside, slightly
Stockholm
outside
area.
of Stockholm. Stockholm area. Where are you from? DVD's Nuts and Popcorn. I love that name. I'm gonna check out that channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like movies. Where were we? Oh yeah, so I think that's like the big problem with the movie. I didn't really see what was the point of it.
Not sure.
I'm not really sure. Like,
I think they.
at first it's like, yeah, it's about like guilt, a little bit of crime and punishment,
Yeah.
but I don't feel
felt
that.
like they try to flesh out the characters a bit too much almost. Like when they went the whole first, it was the racist thing against Mina, and then we
Yeah.
had the drugs, and then we had the infidelity. It's like a bit much.
Yeah.
Usually, like one person has a bad thing, so to speak.
Thank you, DVD's Nuts and Popcorn. He just subbed. Thank you.
Wow, cool.
And he's from Texas. That's cool.
That's even better. So I felt like, because I mean, everything happened. They couldn't just stick to one problem, sort of. It's just
Yeah.
everything snowballed.
And I think that is cool if they were actually making like a drama or a thriller
Yeah.
surrounding these characters. But since we knew this was going to be, because from the trailer they show the killer,
Yeah.
or that is someone there who's chasing them. I thought that was going to be the story, more like a straightforward, like almost like a slasher or horror movie, you know.
Mm.
But they waited literally until the last 20 minutes, and then he just kills them all in like rapid succession, in like 10 minutes of the movie. It feels like it was like, oh, okay.
There's like one chase. That's when he's
chasing Mina. Yeah. And there are little hints that he's there. Pretty early in the movie, I think they hint at him.
How? When? What?
I'm thinking. I know.
The entire movie, you just think it's Taylor until you see the
Well,
guy coming.
yeah. But I mean that they're actually hinting that someone, Taylor or otherwise, is watching them. Because I know when Josh and Michelle are hiking to the waterfall, when they talk about Dan Stevens' character, whatever his name is, talking about Charlie, his earlier relationships. We do see someone watching them in the forest. You see someone. You think it's a tree trunk, but then they move. Someone's watching them, and I think there is a similar scene earlier in the movie. And of course, we'll see the door hidden under in the basement.
Yeah. Which wouldn't be suspicious unless they, except for the fact that they put that code lock on it.
Yeah. And I wonder if, like, it was a little weird why he felt like he had to kill them. I mean, we see later that that's what he does, but it felt like that should have been like, oh no, they found him out, so now he's gonna kill them.
Yeah, I think it was more that way though, because in the not subtitles, the credits, you don't see him go in and kill every couple. He kills one.
No, yeah, we see him walk towards someone who's sleeping. That was unnerving. Just see him walk out of the closet like like that, and no sound. That was creepy. That was the creepiest scene in the movie.
He only kills the people who finds him out. Not everyone.
No, that's probably true.
Probably wants the videos. That's usually what it is.
Yeah, probably.
Like, especially the ones with like, the kids and stuff. I don't.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know. They hint at him being like pure evil because the dog won't even go near him when he tries to pet it. That's that's a sign. If dogs don't like you, there's something wrong with you. DVD Snuts and Popcorn just asked, just watched Caller Out of Space. Did you see it? Well, I've seen it. I saw it earlier this year.
I don't think I've seen it.
No, it's the NicolasAge movie with the purple comet. No, okay. Or purple asteroid.
Don't watch things with him anymore.
well, this is actually a really good movie.
Maybe I'll give it a try.
It's not really a crazy Nick Cage movie. He goes a little crazy, but it's not that kind of movie. It's a crazy movie, but it's not Nick Cage goes crazy.
Him being crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I thought it was a really good movie. Really good adaptation of the source material, which is an H.P. Lovecraft novel, short story.
Ah, that's right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was a good one. Didn't do a video about it, but maybe later. Maybe in the end of the year we'll talk about it. But anyway,
there was one thing that bothered me, sort of. Well, there are a few, but one thing that really bothered me, that it was detail they kind of pointed out, but then just left.
Mm-hmm.
When Josh and Mina actually break into the basement by very easily kicking off the handle.
Yeah, that was a little too easy. I mean, it was just a looked like a plywood door, so you could have just broken down the door, basically. But whatever.
Yeah, but the detail that bothered me was the photos that Josh found, looked at, kind of was disgusted by.
Yeah.
And then just, no, you don't want to see
We didn't really see it, but I think they were just hinting at, he maybe started out with photos, he saved those, then he installed cameras, like video cameras.
Taylor wasn't the creep. So why would they hint that Taylor was the creep by having him have photos in the basement?
No, he doesn't.
The creep, the brother.
I don't know. They never mention that, but it could be the brother. But I just think that Taylor doesn't go into the basement. He just opens the door for people and maybe cleans it. And I think just like we see in the credits, the killer or the pervert or whatever, the peeping Tom, he like installs himself in the house and stays there for a long time so you can watch a bunch of people. So he probably saves some stuff in the basement. But then when you realize, the jig is up in this house, better kill them and get a new place.
Yeah, I guess. That detail just felt unnecessary and like it was hinting at something that wasn't there. Stupid.
I thought they should have discovered that earlier, and that should have been why he had to kill them. They found him out, basically, which they do, but that should have been part of it.
Yeah, that would have been better if they put it earlier. Yes, I would agree. I would accept the detail, but as where they put it in the movie didn't make sense. It didn't work out at all. It had no purpose.
No, not really. Well, I think it was partly to split them up.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought
Sorry, my cat just touched the vacuum cleaner. She speaks.
when we saw Michelle seeing the footage of of Charlie and Amina, that was like I was just waiting for her to see it. That was like a yes moment. I don't know, because it's
that.
such a that like almost more than killing people. That is such a fucked up thing to do. Like, I'm just gonna destroy the relationship. And even
I like the way he did it as well, like making her think that it's the showers.
Yeah.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, I was literally
At first I was like, shit, someone's in there, like running past her somehow.
no.
Turning on and off the showers. The hell?
I first thought it was the shower, but then you could hear the shower, but when she went into the bathroom, you saw there was no water running. And then when he turned off, I was like, oh, it's on the TV. It's on the TV!
I didn't catch it until she did.
What?
I didn't realize that until she did.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
And just because
"There's
it
someone
sound
running really fast
it didn't sound like water. It didn't sound like water coming through a faucet. It sounded like water coming through a faucet through a speaker. Yeah, it sounded like more like I don't know, bit crushed.
I guess.
What's the name of the Franco movie that we're talking about? Well, it's called The Rental. And how many popcorns do you give it on a 1 to 5 popcorn scale?
We haven't rated it yet. No.
No, and we usually don't. But I mean, I would probably give it like 2.5.
You could do it 10 though.
Yeah, but on a 5 scale, I would give it 2.5 popcorns, 2 popcorns and a kernel.
For his first directing gig, I'd give it a 3 at least.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's get.
The directing was great.
Yeah, let's get into the technical aspects. The cinematography was great. Of course, the set design and the environment, the vistas were great. It was a great location, because it works both as like a beautiful house and a really scary house, because it's right by the water. You get the fog rolling in. It's secluded out in the forest.
Right by the cliff.
Yeah. And I think his directing was great. I think he directs people great.
Yeah.
Now I know, they had like great chemistry. I really bought them as couples and siblings and, business partners, because they were all connected.
You can still find that, feel that sort of tension between Michelle and Josh, because they don't have any sort of close relationship like everyone else has to each other.
Yeah.
They're just
but even the scenes where they hang out felt like, it felt natural.
Yeah.
The only one that felt a little like they really wanted to hammer home that he was a creepy guy was Taylor. I forget the actor's name.
Toby Huss.
Yeah, who's also known for comedic stuff. And I think that was supposed to be a red herring, like, oh, it's him. He's the one who's filming them and everything, but it turns out it's not. So they kind of sold him a little too hard as the bad guy. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when they went in so gosh darn hard on the racist card first.
Yeah.
And then the no dogs policy, and they were trying to like, oh, maybe he's killing the dog or something.
Yeah.
Shoot the dog. It was a bit too harsh.
It was a little, yeah.
I mean, he did show up with the telescope. He did come out to help them fix the hot tub.
Yeah.
Like, why would he be so kind if he was gonna be a douche in the end?
Yeah, it didn't really.
It didn't match.
It was a little overdone.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the directing was great. And I think it helps that I know at least Alison Brie and Dave Franco know each other. I think they're even dating. I read something while looking up the movie.
Possible. Don't keep track of that stuff.
No, yeah. And I guess I think the girl who played Mina has been in some other movie with. I think with Joe Swanberg. So that's how, they all know each other. So I think that helped with the chemistry.
I do think that the guy who played Josh might have done a movie with Dave Franco before as well. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, yeah.
One of those teen movies sort of thing.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here
He's
it
done
was.
a few of them.
Here it was. Alison Brie and Dave Franco fell for each other during a crazy 48 hours of drugs and sex, thanks to their mutual friend. Who was their mutual friend?
That's what the movie was. Crazy 48 hours of drugs and sex.
Yeah. Anyway, stop.
What?
Yeah, I started reading the article about how they met. I don't care. I just
Doesn't have anything to do with the topic of today.
no. But like I said, I think since they at least they know each other, and maybe the guy who played Josh was in another Dave Franco movie. They probably know each other, so that helped with him feeling more secure in his direction, probably. And them working together,
Directing people.
Yeah. So that probably helped. And I think he's a good director.
He did well.
Yeah, the big problem was the script and the third act, which felt rushed, and I didn't really see the point of it.
No, it feels like they didn't know, like you said, it feels like they didn't know how to end it. Like they were going in the right direction. They were like, but we need more horror. So
It was
they ruined the slasher bit. Like, oh.
it was kind of meta, almost like they wrote a movie, and then they realized it had a bunch of loose ends in the third act. They're like, how are we gonna wrap this up? We just kill everybody, and that's in the movie. They have a bunch of they just problem after problem after problem. Like, how are we gonna solve this? I'll just kill you all. So they say, like, hey man, maybe
They could have solved it so much better. They could have utilized the main characters.
it was yeah, definitely. Like turn the characters against each other. Like him playing the footage, and him showing Josh pictures and the footage. He could have turned them against it and made them kill each other.
Yeah.
Especially since that feels a little like Reefer Madness. Like, oh, young people are bad, but even like introducing the fact that they're all high on ecstasy, I could have been part of it.
Yeah.
But no, he just killed them. It was just a little too abrupt for me. I didn't particularly enjoy that. I did enjoy the fact that we saw him redo everything after that, getting a new place, installing all the cameras and all that. I like that aspect, but the fact that he just 10 minutes, kill everybody, move on, and that was the end of it. It was like,
Yeah, they could have done it more elaborated, I guess.
Yeah, like I said,
Have him show up earlier somehow, hinting at him more than those two very vague scenes where they show that someone is watching them.
Yeah, or just dragging it out a little bit, like they walk in on him killing Taylor.
Yeah.
And he starts, and they're just like, what the fuck? And he starts chasing them or something. But no, he just kills them.
At the same time, he was trying to be sneaky when he offed Taylor.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden he just comes running after them. He's not sneaky at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think he cared really,
No, I guess not. But it just felt so weird.
Forced. Yeah.
Yeah, forced. Like he was trying to be sneaky, but then like literally 10 minutes later, he's like, "Nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna be sneaky anymore."
Yeah. So
Or unless he got mad at them for hurting Taylor. Or something.
Maybe.
He could still be the brother. We don't know.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Like that would explain some stuff. And I'm not saying you have to explain everything, but in a movie like this, it would be nice to have a little more explanation,
Yeah, I did.
It's not some like
the screen went black and just no resolution at all, no explanation at all. But then you get the credits and you get a little bit of explanation.
We got a little more, yeah. And I like the way the credits were, like, because at first I didn't really notice it. It was just footage from the hidden cameras, and I saw up in the corner. It was like, director Dave Franco. Like, hey, clever credits.
Cool.
To actually continue telling the story during the credits. That's fine.
That's a cool credit scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, however, very much like that they did not kill the dog. Not however.
Yeah.
That was one of my like, because at like I marked it somewhere, but I don't have that paper anymore. At like 8:50 or 9 minutes into the movie, it's like, oh shit, the dog's gonna die first.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna
Why
kill the dog.
did they bring the dog? He's gonna die first. But no, he's
Oh.
alive.
I just looked up the credits, and I guess Man is the killer.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so
and he's
too.
played by Anthony Molinari. They shouldn't have told us who it was. They should have done the old Frankenstein thing where it just says the monster ? That's literally how they credited Boris Karloff in the original Frankenstein movie. Should have done the same here, because
Yeah.
at first, when we see him pull off the mask in the bathroom mirror, I was like, oh, are they going to show us who it is? Like, it wouldn't really matter because we have no idea who it is. We haven't seen anyone else in the movie. But then I was like, is it Dave Franco? Which would be, yeah, which would, that would have been fun in a like, the director was the killer. But it wouldn't have made sense in the movie. Like in the movie, like in the movie's logic, it would just, oh, it's a guy. So it would have just been fun for the audience, I guess. But then
Actually, it would have been more fun if it was Dave Franco, but never showing him.
yeah, that could have been something. But
you only see it in the credits, like, oh, he did play the murderer.
yeah, but when he is looking at the apartment with the realtor or apartment owner, I guess, the lady, he's way too tall to be Dave Franco.
He could have, you know.
No. Dave Franco, no offense. Dave Franco's he's a little guy. He's a pretty short guy.
My height.
Huh?
He's about my height. I think I'm like 5'2", 5'3" or something.
Yeah. Yeah. No offense, Dave, if you're ever watching this. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it just, as soon as I... Yeah, it's okay to be short. But as soon as I saw the guy walking next to the lady, because she looked like average height person, I was like, no, that's not him. No.
No, I guess not. But it would have been fun. It would have been a cool cameo to have without showing that it actually is him.
Oh, sure, yeah. They should never...
You see that he has a bit of curly hair. It's like, yeah, that could be Dave.
Yeah, exactly. But it wouldn't
If they showed me that it's Dave, though, that would have been ruined.
Yeah, that would have ruined it, because we would have seen the killer's face and been like, oh, it's him. Because in the movie it doesn't make sense, because I haven't seen him in the movie before that.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was like, yeah, I don't know. It's a short movie. It's not a lot of actors to talk about. It's simply a good movie. It's an average good movie. Like for a first time director and writer, I mean, he didn't write a lot else. I think not Dave, at least.
No.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'll probably never watch it again.
No.
But would you recommend it to people? Like that's usually what we do on the Adam Sandler podcast. Be sure to check that out next Tuesday if you're watching this live.
You're on that.
DVDs, nuts and popcorn. If you like Adam Sandler movies, check out the Adam Sandler podcast. Anyway, like we usually say, like, because we usually say that, yeah, we're never gonna watch this movie again unless, you know, we're only watching it for the podcast. But would we like recommend it to other people? And usually we say no because it's an Adam Sandler movie. But here, would you recommend this to some other? Oh, you gotta check out this movie.
Maybe, but I would do it in a way that, because I have a group of friends that watch trash horror.
Okay.
Just because we want to watch horror.
Well, this isn't
I would say
trash.
that they could watch this, actually.
Okay, but it isn't trash.
We don't always watch. No. We don't always watch trash. But
okay.
We approve of watching trash.
Okay.
Because we want to see something we've never seen before. So we just choose random movies that mostly end up being trash. But this would be one that I was like, yeah, we could watch this. This is actually an okay movie, and it's interesting, kind of.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
Semi-creepy.
Yeah.
Good enough to have a glass of wine and some popcorn with.
But I get the feeling like a lot of people would be unsatisfied in the end. Because it kind of, you know.
I think we've mentioned it before. Our father is the worst when it comes to endings like this.
He would have hated the ending. He would have hated it.
The first thought I had, he was like, Dad's gonna hate this. He's never gonna see I did
Yeah.
not watch it.
No, I don't think he would have enjoyed the movie overall, but yeah, he would have
No.
hated the ending.
Yeah.
However, it's gotten pretty good reviews if we look at Metacritic, which is my
I opened
choice.
it, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's got a 63, which isn't like amazing, but if we look at the individual reviews, it has a couple of really like up in the 80s from Consequence of Sound and Hollywood Reporter. And I thought we can read the highest one, which is an 83 out of 100 from Consequence of Sound. Michael Rothman wrote, Franco exercises so much restraint, especially during the frenetic final act, that you're always left on edge. There's hardly a single gratuitous shot to the entire film. And I can agree with that. Like I said, the directing is good.
Yeah.
And you are on edge during the final act. Like, oh shit, he's going to kill them.
Yeah, because you
But
but
it's the final moments when you're just like, and now?
yeah, they could have fleshed it out.
Now what? You know, there's no resolution. I just want to see if he mentions that.
I was reading the second one, from the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
Not sure the way they phrased it is kind of weird. It's a confident, enjoyable, nasty piece of work, unnerving enough to cure your FOMO about that cancelled summer vacation. I'm not sure this one cures my FOMO about cancelled summer vacations.
No.
Because I don't want to die.
No, but that's what they mean. FOMO is fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So
but
they
it
mean
doesn't
like,
qualify for
that
missing out.
what I think that he meant that. Oh, thank God we didn't have to go on vacation this year because we would have been killed by a creepy pervert. That's what he meant.
Yeah, but nah. Weird summary.
Trying to look here. Well, here's a little more. The best part, you rarely see it. Franco exercises so much restraint, especially during the frenetic final act, that you're always left on edge. There's hardly a single gratuitous shot to the entire film. Instead, Franco leans on peripheral shots to keep everyone's eyes working, and those shots are given relentless depth by cinematographer Christian Sprenger, never heard of him, who adds a modern sheen to the action, sure, that falls in line with his jaw-dropping portraits in Atlanta, Baskets, and The Last Man on Earth. So he's done a bunch of TV before.
Yeah, like we said, the directing is great, the cinematography is great. Actually, I like the music as well, because the few times I noticed it, it really enhanced my feelings towards what was happening.
Oh, this guy is really going in. Here's some more. The final verdict. It's exciting stumbling into films like The Rental. Horror is always at its best when it can take something we do, in this case the ease and escapism of Airbnb, and make us terrified to ever do it again. But great concepts only work with strong execution, and The Rental truly booked its stay here. Franco and Swanberg have dropped a slasher for the times. I was thinking of that before. Like, I don't think this is going to be like a classic or anything.
No.
It's not going to have any staying power. It's a good movie, but no one's going to remember this in a few years. Except for, hey, what's that movie that Dave Franco did?
Yeah. Barely that maybe. I mean, like we said, it's a good movie. It's fine to watch. We're not gonna watch it again.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, but he
recommend it to someone, but probably not.
This guy seems to think so, though. He says it's a slasher for the times, one with plenty of rinse and repeat value. In fact, don't be surprised if this kicks off a franchise of sorts. A franchise? How are you gonna make a franchise out of this?
You're gonna make more Peeping Tom movies, different
No.
houses, different couples with weird different things, not drugs, not cheating. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's already a few. We mentioned this. There's already a few Peeping Tom movies.
Yeah.
There's already like a known fear of like Airbnbs and renting someone else's house.
Be in someone else's house. Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna find. It's kind of that walking in someone else's bedroom kind of thing. You don't want to do that, really.
Yeah. But
that's already a fear that exists.
Yeah, and to build a franchise around this, the franchise would have to be about the killer. That's going to be the one constant, and the killer is not interesting enough to build a franchise around. This movie was all about building up the the victims, which is an
Yeah.
interesting thing to do because usually the victims are so wishy-washy in horror movies or slasher movies. Like, can you remember
Yeah.
a single name from the Friday the 13th movies? No, because they're all just cannon fodder. They're just there to be killed. And this is kind of what made the movie interesting, is that they build up the character so much. But
They built this entire life around them.
yeah, and then killed them off, which then kind of counteracted the fact that, oh my god, it's a slasher movie with interesting characters, but now they're all dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So to do it
At
like
the same time, you couldn't really do like a final girl and try to.
I thought they were gonna
her
do that with Mina because she ran away, but then she just fell off a cliff.
I didn't like Nina.
No, I didn't like her. She was kind of a
She was a bit of a bitch. I would have sort of preferred it if they switched up Mina and Michelle a bit. Like maybe make Michelle the partner and girlfriend of the brother instead, and Mina the wife. And still be Mina the way she is, like the personality being all the racist stuff and that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then have the infidelity be with Michelle instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Because now they kind of put too much focus on Mina being, first of all, the victim and then the bad person, sort of.
Well, no, I don't think they do that. I mean, she's the one who confronts Taylor about the camera, but she's not the one that instigates the murder.
The bad person with, as in the cheating.
Well,
She's the steal dude.
it felt kind of mutual. It wasn't like.
True.
I mean.
But adding that on top of her being that person that's like, oh, this is all racist. I mean, of course, she was the only person that wasn't white in the movie, so of course she's gonna have to be the one playing the racist card.
Yeah.
And I fully agreed with that. Like, if they're gonna put that detail in, put it in that way, that was fine. And then after that, when she's the one who confronts Taylor, see if they just put away one of the things that happened around her, put that infidelity on Michelle instead, that would have.
But I think
spread out the stuff.
I think they wanted to keep one of the characters innocent because Michelle didn't do anything wrong. She wasn't. Yeah, he had been in prison.
Yeah, but did they have to have that bit in?
Well, yeah, because it informs his character why he's so on edge and beats a guy to death. Well, not really, but you know.
Just be angry. It doesn't have to be in jail for that.
No, but it's also why he doesn't want to go back to jail because this is the second time, so it's going to be a worse verdict because he's a repeat offender, and he's supposed to be the fuck up of the two brothers.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's also I think that is to say, but it's not him who says they should hide the body, but.
No.
That he's all for it, and I thought that made sense. And then we had Charlie who cheats on his wife, and Mina who cheats on her boyfriend. Like I said, Josh who's is a ex-con and beats a guy. You had to have.
All Michelle does is gets the drugs.
Yeah, and in this liberal world, who cares about little Molly?
No.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I don't want to say that they were like building up her to be the final girl, because that would have been too reminiscent of like old timey horror movies. Like, oh, the virginal innocent one is the one who survives. Like, no, she gets killed. She's the first one to get killed. Oh, wait. Yes, she is. Yeah. Which is kind of nice just to show that, oh my god, he doesn't care if you're nice or bad. He just kills everyone. So I think that's why they had to have one character who was innocent, so to speak.
I guess.
Yeah. And also, I don't want to like typecast Alison Brie, but she seems like such a nice person. I can't see her as a bad person. I mean,
she plays
she's
a bitch in something.
Oh, sure. I mean, she's kind of a bitch in Scream 4, and she's. I haven't seen a lot of Community because I'm not a really big fan of Community, but
She's not a bitch there.
nah. Well, she's kind of annoying, but I guess every
Yeah.
character is annoying in that show. I don't like any of the
She's
characters.
a girl in that one.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess maybe she's
And I mean, in Horse Girl, she's
creepy.
crazy, but she's not
Crazy.
creepy. And you definitely like sympathize and empathize with her, and I think that's why she fit in the character of Michelle. That's what I think, at least.
I guess. I mean, I couldn't finish Horse Girl, so I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird one, but I really loved it. You should check out my review here on the channel. Whoever's watching.
Yeah. Horse
So,
Girl just got too cringe for me. I couldn't watch it.
yeah, it gets a little cringy, but that one, just to go on a tangent, I think that one manages to balance like proper comedy, like haha comedy, with with like really strange and weird, almost horror movie like stuff towards the end of the movie. No spoilers for Horse Girl, but it's on Netflix, so if you like weird movies, check out Horse Girl. Good movie. And sort of similar in style to this, with cinematography and the acting, because it's same actors, some of them. But
I
yeah,
had one issue with the set, but I'm not sure if that was the settings on my screen or the version I watched. But when there was fog, goddamn, it was dark.
mm-hmm.
That might have been the setting on
I
my
think
screen, though.
I think that's your screen, actually, because we watched the same
Version.
file. Yeah.
Yeah.
We rented it. So and I thought
That was just like it looked.
I thought the
almost-
picture was perfect to me.
No, when I watched it, it looked like the fog was just like layered on top of the imagery or something. I was like,
Oh,
"This is
okay.
weird."
Okay,
But maybe that was the setting on my screen.
Yeah,
I don't know. I tried to fix it during that scene, but I couldn't really get it better. So I
Yeah.
don't know what I don't know what I was supposed to do.
I didn't notice it. Oh yeah, yeah. We got sidetracked. I didn't finish his verdict. He said,
Alright.
yeah, he said, don't be surprised if this kicks off a franchise of a sort. It has that staying power. No, it doesn't. Like
No.
this is not a
And the
future
only
classic.
Two characters you have left is the killer and the dog.
Yeah, and
And unless
the dog died. We know the dog is gonna starve to death because no one's gonna come to that house. So the dog is not gonna be in the sequel.
Unless a new family comes to the same house and they adopt Reggie.
Unless, like Homer said, the dog did it.
Exactly.
Dun dun.
No.
No. Let's see here. So he says it has that staying power. No, it doesn't. For now, though, we can take solace in knowing that the slasher genre endures, and that none of us have any reason to travel. But that's the thing. The slasher part of this movie was the least interesting part, because he just the only one that really looked like nasty when he killed them was when he put the claw part of the hammer into Josh's head. That was like, ugh, because just went
'cause
right in.
That was the only close up as well of
Yeah.
him hitting someone.
We don't see him beat Michelle. We see him running towards the car, which is kind of scary. And then we see him in silhouette beating Charlie on the ground. And then Mina just runs off a cliff.
Yeah. Actually, I was kind of thinking that she would survive that.
Yeah, like we would see her like climb up in the end, but nope. That would kind of ruin it because it's not that kind of movie. Everyone dies in this movie.
Unless that is the franchise that she did survive somehow.
No, you can't make a friend. Don't, Dave. If
Don't.
you're watching this, if anyone watching this knows Dave Franco or can get in touch with him, please don't make a
No.
sequel to this. You did a fine movie. Move
Leave
on.
it.
Do something else. Do not make a sequel to this. There's no point. There is no sequel bait here. No.
That's what I was getting at though. That was good that they didn't show Nina climbing up.
Yes,
That would
yeah.
have built up to a sequel.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't, because now we can leave it as is.
It would be The Rental 2. Payback's a bitch. And we see her standing there with a pickaxe.
No.
Because Mina was a bitch, so payback's a bitch.
Yeah, but no.
No. I think that was. I kind of thought of that right now. We saw there was a lot of fog in the movie. You said the fog was so thick, it kind of looked like it was like covering the picture for sometimes. Yeah. I felt like that was kind of a way to explain how she could just fall off a cliff, because the fog was so thick she didn't see where she was running. So it was nice to actually show that the fog is super thick all the time, you know.
Yeah, and it also added to the whole
seclusion.
Isolation.
Yeah,
seclusion.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a clever trick to, like, she could just run off a cliff. Yeah, she can. In this fog, she can.
In this darkness, in this fog,
No.
sure.
No.
Only one shoe and all that stuff.
Yeah, she hurts her foot somehow. I don't see what happens.
When she's running in the woods, I think she steps on something.
No, it's when she falls down the stairs. She's like, "Ow, shit," she says, or something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
No.
Well, I guess do we have anything else to say about it?
Not really. Like we said, it's an average movie. Good first job.
Yeah.
Watch it, sure, but like, you don't have to.
I mean, if you like, it's a moody thriller more than a horror movie.
Yeah.
So check it out if you like those kind of movies. It's not a bad movie. It's just a little.
Visually.
Huh?
It's kind of beautiful visually.
Oh yes, like you said.
Sceneries are great.
It looks really great.
Yeah.
Good actors. It's just a little lackluster in the third act.
A bit rushed at the end.
A little rushed, a little lackluster, a little. You didn't get to the nut, so to speak.
You could have added 10, 15 more minutes of.
Yeah, chasing them around.
Yeah.
Instead, you just kill them one after another. Anyway. But that's that. So, yeah. Thank you to people watching. There was a couple of people in here before, and I think DVDs and Nuts and Popcorn are still in here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I don't know when we're going to be back with this show.
Depends on when we find a movie to watch.
Yeah. So, but if you want to watch more stuff, there's a whole channel full of stuff.
Yes.
And starting Tuesday, we're starting up the Adam Sandler podcast again, finishing off that show. But the new Adam Sandler movie comes out next month, so we might have to continue the show for a little while.
Another movie? I have not noticed that.
No, a new Netflix movie comes out October 7th. Hubie Halloween or Hubby Halloween or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Oh, it's Halloween themed though.
And then it was supposed to come out today, but I kind of forgot we were doing this today. So I'm going to keep working on it after this now. My Tenet review comes out tomorrow. Because it's done. I just have to
Post it.
do a little bit of final touches and then post it. So I'll put it up tomorrow morning, Swedish time. But yeah.
Cool.
I think that's that. Thank you all for watching and
Hanging out with us.
huh?
For hanging out with us.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.